Hey guys, this is Gabriel, and um, I have something really interesting I want to talk to you about. It's about the show that I like. It's one of my favorite shows of all time, Spongebob Squarepants. And you know, as you guys can see, the show has been around for for years now. It's been around for about let me see, 20, 21, 22. Let's see. It's been around. Hang on. Okay, so SpongeBob has been around for about 27 years now. We've got about, I don't know at the moment how many seasons. You know, but of course we have a few movies now. We recently just got SpongeBob Search for SquarePants, and it was a really good film. I have the other films too, and you know, for a show that's been around for so long, some people say you know, that it's been around for so long that it eventually turned out terrible or turned out boring, and some of them just preferred the older episodes. And you know, I just want to I don't know if anyone's too worried about this if they don't like the show either, because the episodes nowadays are boring, or they just don't care about the show at all. But there are things that have been going on in the show for too long now. For example, something like SpongeBob failing his driving test. Okay. And just here's how I think that here's how I think SpongeBob should go if the show continues. So, I don't know how many times at the moment I don't know at the moment how many times SpongeBob has failed his driving test, but SpongeBob doesn't seem to like the fact that he's failed his driving test. He wants to succeed in it, and he's been in driving school for as long as he can remember. And it's affected him in so many ways. And if I remember correctly, there's this episode called The Hot Shot, where SpongeBob drives perfectly due to how calm he was after someone named Tony Jr. basically told him to stay calm. And, you know, I don't know how you guys would feel, because I don't know how you guys would feel about SpongeBob finally passing his driving test and just sticking with driving for now on, but you know, there's just something about it that I think could make the show a little better. I mean, let's just take a look at Squidward as an example here, okay? Squidward plays his clarinet, yet he kind of plays it horribly. And in the episode Mandatory Music, he goes to a music class and he still sucks at playing his clarinet. Then he uses his nose as an instrument, sort of like what SpongeBob does with his own nose. And clearly, Squidward managed to play very well. So if Squidward could play well by just using his nose, I really think Nickelodeon should just stick with having him that way, where instead of using the clarinet, he just uses his nose. Because he was playing very well. And if they could do that, then with SpongeBob, they could definitely have SpongeBob just succeed his driving test. And if they do that, they don't if they have SpongeBob pass his driving test, and they just continued the show after that with more episodes, no matter how long it goes. They don't have to show him driving, but he could still have a license. Maybe he could just be shown driving every now and then. I mean, to some degree, SpongeBob could be getting tired of, always using the bus. I mean, there's so many ways that, you know, Nickelodeon could make SpongeBob even better. And so far, we have about 4 movies and 2 spin-off films, which are exclusive to Netflix. And if Nickelodeon ever plans on doing any more SpongeBob movies, maybe one day they could do a racing movie where sometime after passing his driving test, he then, I don't know, I guess becomes a racer either for, you know, I guess either to keep the Krusty Krab going or maybe to save Bikini Bottom from someone who will, I guess, threaten the city if they don't compete. Who knows? So basically, Nickelodeon, I mean, whoever you guys are that work for Nickelodeon, whoever the CEO is, you know, with what you guys have been doing ever since Stephen Hillenburg died, no matter what you guys do, if you guys don't feel comfortable doing what I had suggested so far, because, if you guys just don't feel comfortable with doing what I had suggested so far, I want you guys to know that I understand. But let me tell you, Nickelodeon, okay? No matter what you guys do with SpongeBob, or any show, or even any movie, you don't just do it to entertain. You also do it to inspire people. And I think seeing SpongeBob pass his driving test and then driving very well by just being calm, like he did in Hot Shot, with his own license, that could be even more inspiring. Maybe and like I said, one day if you guys do another SpongeBob movie, maybe you could make it into a racing movie where SpongeBob competes in a race. That could be even more inspiring. I mean, the fact that Squidward used his nose in the episode Mandatory Music, and he played very well. I mean, in real life, we can't use our noses, but in a way, it was still kind of inspiring. So, again, Nickelodeon, no matter what you do with SpongeBob, whether you keep him the same way or whether you change him, you guys inspire people. You don't just entertain or tell stories, you inspire people, you change their lives. And Paramount, the company who works with Nickelodeon, you guys inspire people too. And look at how inspiring you guys have become after doing the Sonic Cinematic Universe. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I have to get going, so thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time.